So the first lever was price. A good price means you make money on the property. A bad price means you overpaid and it's going to take longer to recoup and you have less protection. The second lever is cash flow. The amount of cash flow that a property makes determines how much, obviously, money that you're going to make. So when real estate people are looking for an investment property, they're looking for the cash on cash return. Most real estate agents, are not agents, but investors would say that an 8 to 12% is a good deal. It doesn't mean that you only get 8 and 12%, but if you buy an investment property and you walk away with 6% cash on cash, meaning you're taking the cash home with you, that's your return on investment, you're getting 6% a year. Why not put it in a savings account? Flippers and BRRRR are trying to get higher because they're looking to get that deal on the price. They're trying to lower that price by buying something risky, putting a little bit more money into it and having a better deal on the end. Whereas the average investor is looking for something, hopefully, that doesn't break or mess up, and they're looking for a safe 8 to 12%. That's later in the thing. A BRRRR is buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. BRRRR is a flipper, and a flipper is a flipper, and a buy and hold is just buy and hold. Preferably no work, as little work as possible. So what is the cash on cash return? His cash on cash return, by the way, was 6%. It was 6%, which is a little bit on the lower side, but it's a safer deal, decent price. So let's say that he has 16 years and he has made $160,000 net cash. This is a real example. His name's not Brian. He made $160,000 in cash over 16 years. That's his math on after expenses. So we know that if it was $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year, would have been more than this. So he paid some bills and expenses. His net cash was $160,000. So 16 years later, his total return is 160%. So this is those times where you say, hey, what's that CAGR? How do I know how this compares to stocks? Because other investments, we hear percentage yearly. So let's go ahead and do that CAGR. The growth rate on Brian's cash is 260, which is the ending value. So he had 160,000 was his cash flow, and $100,000 was the price of the house that he put in. So when we do the CAGR, the ending value is actually 260,000. So when you're doing your math, understand the ending value includes the original amount plus what you earned divided by the original amount. And so in this case, his 161% return ends up being 6.1% annualized. So he beats average inflation, but he doesn't beat inflation for the last 3 years. This particular guy, I was listening to him complain about how if he would have put the money in the stock market, he would have made more money. So the take home here is understanding the cash flow, one of the levers of a house. Hey, I'm a real estate investor. I want to invest in real estate. How are you going to make money? I'm going to make money because they pay me rent. That rent is my cash flow. And that take home cash is a 6.1% return. How could Brian improve his cash on cash return? Just thinking outside the box, Dan, you probably have some ideas on this one. What are some ways you own a property and you want to have a better than 6% return? We're just talking about how to make more cash percentage return on the deal. Increase rent, that's right. Whether it be a fixer up or just slowly over time, which he did not do. He had it for 16 years and never increased the rents. So how much you pay for someone to manage your property, how much you pay for trash pickup or yard cleanup or repairs, different things like that. Doing this stuff yourself can often lower the costs. And he could have gotten it at a lower price. So obviously buying something at a lower price. And then the last one, which we'll hit later, but he could have put less money into the deal. So the less money that you have at risk, the more percentage you're going to have. So he's going to make the same amount of cash flow, even if he has less money in the deal. We'll do leverage later.